Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Biome Exile SMP. Just before today's episode starts, I want to talk about something you may have already noticed that happened in between episodes. So, having a look over the fails counter, we have now got 13 fails, which are how many deaths we have on the server, and last episode we had only 12. So, I died in between episodes, which kind of sucks, and I'm really upset about how I died, but I thought I'd tell you how it happened. So, in between episodes, if you didn't know, I generally go around and slab in the nether because our wither skeleton farm gets more efficient the more we do that. Because it doesn't spawn anything in other areas other than the nether fortress that we have used for the farm. So doing that, have to slab 128 blocks in each direction of the farm, which is quite a lot of blocks, and also multiple layers of that. So doing that, I was quite low down, and I was having to, destroy some blocks so I can get up to certain areas and place, some slabs and such. And because we have an efficiency 5 pickaxe, we break through stuff extremely quickly, and this is what I can only assume happened because I do not actually recall exactly the chain of events that made this happen. But I somehow went from being on top of the netherrack, placing slabs, to being in a kind of tunnel of lava, and yeah, you can kind of guess what happened after that. But the problem is, I wasn't taking any damage, so I thought I had just bugged through a block, and it was thinking I'm there, but I wasn't. So I went and relogged, and I was, in fact, in the lava. I was already dead by the time I logged back in, which kind of sucks. So I can only guess what happened is I was having a few internet issues, so maybe I destroyed a block that I didn't think I did, or it didn't update. Maybe, I don't know, something to do with the fact my internet was bugging out because it was being very weird yesterday when it happened, which kind of sucks. But yeah, we died because pretty much my internet. I can only blame it on that because it was, throwing a fit every so often. And it also is kind of my fault for not just, logging out until everything was fixed. But I think it's kind of a stupid death, but doesn't really affect us too much because we still got all our items and everything, which is really nice. So I just thought I'd talk about that before the episode starts. So let's get on to actually what I planned for this episode. Alright then, so here we are at spawn now, and it looks like David has added some flowers to his thing. I'm going to assume it's David just because it's in the middle, or in the front of his shop, and nobody else should be able to do that. So that's something that's changed. I actually haven't seen this yet. It looks like there's some more done over there. So that's interesting. But as you can see, I have also added another 5 beacons. There's the 5 beacons over by our area and the 5 beacons over behind the post office, which is nice and fine. I spent pretty much all my emeralds on this one. It was very expensive for me, obviously, and because it's like, I think it's 4 stacks and 20 blocks of whatever block you're using to get a 5x5 beacon set, and yeah, I had just about that much in emeralds, which was meant I spent all of them. But yeah, I've added that, so only 10 more to go, which is nice. But I also want to come over here because apparently I noticed this like the other day, but I haven't checked yet. We have some mail, so I want to see what someone has given us. Let's see quickly. Another book. Is it going to be asking for more bones or mushrooms or whatever? I don't know. My autograph. Is this like a ransom thing? My autograph. Anything? Nope. Page 2. Nope. Okay. My autograph. I don't want to add an E to it. It just kind of reminds me, I don't know. It reminds me of like those things with like ransom notes with pieces of newspaper in them. Okay though. I know Milan had something similar, like a creepy book or whatever. And yeah, so I don't know who did it. I would have thought that maybe Narwhal would have done it. But, because, does Narwhal have one here? Let's see. Has Narwhal got mail? He has mail. Let's quickly, I'm checking his mail. He has a book. Okay. So we can either assume that he has a book and he gave it to himself, or he's not the perpetrator, I guess. I can't think of who would do it. I don't know. It could be anybody. It could be David. Could be me. It's not me. It could be Koala Bear. Could be Milan. Could be Narwhal. Could be Ben. Could be any of them. You never know with these things. But yeah, maybe that will become more clear in the future what this all means. But the reason we're in spawn is actually because we're here to spend some money. And oh, we've lost our effects. That's never good. Come over here. We are here to spend some money. And you may be thinking, how much money are we going to spend? We're spending 6,000 gold today. Because if we do /money, I have exactly 6,001 gold. And the reason we're spending 6,000 gold is not for the Dark Prismarine. That's like 5,700 gold. We need to come over here and we're going to be buying our Ender Portal today. So we need to buy 12 Ender Portal frames. That's, 3 on each side with no corners. That should be 12, which means 6,000 gold if I'm doing my calculations correct. So this kind of hurts me inside, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I kind of feel like it should just be a like buy 12 for 6,000. But I guess if you want to buy one like specifically for decoration purposes, fair enough. We are going to make sure those are not in our inventory though, because I don't trust myself. But now we have 1 nugget left. So yeah, 6,000 gold nuggets used up. Is it worth it? We'll have to see. Okay, so I've gone and put the end portal frames as well as that book away in a chest for the moment because, believe it or not, I bought them for 6,000 gold, but we're not actually going to be using them for the meantime or for a very long time at this rate. And the reason simply because I don't know where to put the end portal at the moment. I could, in theory, just place it on the ground. I could place it there. But that's really boring. I want to have a room for it. I want to have a place specifically for it. And at the moment, I haven't got a plan for that room. I don't know where it's going to be and stuff like that. So for the moment, I bought them for 2 reasons. One, so I don't waste my money on, so I have them and then I'm not using all my money on the Dark Prismarine, which I do also need. And then I would have like 300 gold left and have to work my way up. This way I have them. And also I feel like by having them, I can allow myself to use the other people's end portal. So before I could have gone into the end. There's, I think, 2 people at the moment that have an end portal. I could quite easily go to the end if I want to. But I feel like that's kind of cheaty in a sense because, I haven't earned it because I haven't gotten my end portal frames. But now having them, I feel like it's fair enough that we can go to someone else's biome, use their end portal. It's going to go to the same end, do exactly the same stuff, and, it's not going to affect us. So I think we're good in that regard. We can now, in my mind, I'm now allowed to go into the end via other people's portals, which is good. And we'll eventually find out a place to put the portal. I did have an idea, and it was a silly idea, but I want to go talk about it now because I just think it's quite funny. But I wanted to build it somewhere near here, like underground. I was going to go underground here, have an entrance here, probably like another piston door, knowing me. Go underground and have a big room under here. Now the problem is it might interfere with the trading hall, but I feel like I would put it a bit lower than that. And another reason I want to do that is because one, we've got a big sort of massive island, cliff here, so we can kind of hide a few things, which is nice. And the second thing is because we've kind of got these 2 points here, and if you ignore this and this, let's say we got rid of those and we use those 2 as like points. I just want to think about like Sauron in The Lord of the Rings, and I wanted to build like a 3D or even a 2D if it came to it, like a 3D Ender Pearl with an eye or an Eye of Ender up there. I think that'll be really, really cool, and then we could have, that protecting the end portal, but that's going to be very far away, that thing. I can still build the portal before I do that. That's just a kind of a thing I want to do, but maybe we'll even never get to it. You never know. So yeah, just a little bit of information on why we're not building it now and where I want to do it and some ideas I have, if you're wondering why I'm not doing that now. But yeah, tell me what you think about doing like an Eye of Sauron, Eye of Ender thing up there. That might be interesting. But now what we need to do is we're going to have to go to the end, because my plan is to go to the end. I want to quickly have a look at the end. I haven't been there yet, obviously. I want to get the achievement, because if you didn't know, because I haven't got the end yet, and getting back through the portal, I don't get the beginning, I don't get that, and I don't get the achievement for making a beacon. So, while I hold this off, I'm not getting all those achievements. And secondly, I need Ender Pearls. just because I want them, and I also have some other stuff potentially planned in the end as well. We'll have to see though, but for now, let's go to David's Island, because he's the only one that I know has a an ender portal that I know where it is, and hopefully he doesn't mind me using it too much. But I'll see you there. And here we are, his portal. I like this room. I like the water detail with it, and I like the, you know, the mixture of blocks and stuff. Also, the fact it's underwater is pretty cool. But yeah, I really like this design. I don't know what about it makes me like it so much, but I like the water. I like that whole thing. Do they connect to the bottom? Oh, they kind of do, I guess. But either way, let's go to the end. We're going to get our achievements. So we're going to get hopefully like 3 achievements. No, we could get like 4 achievements out of today, because we can get the end, or the end question mark, the end, you know, full stop, the beginning question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, and we can't get that because I don't have the obsidian at the moment. Oh, that's really weird. I forgot the, like, that kind of stands still, but it just changes how you look. Either way, I'm going to jump backwards. Leap of faith. The end. Now, I know that David defeated the dragon, so we don't have to worry about that. But I'm going to quickly put my pumpkin on. Oh, I forgot this. I forgot that that was a thing. Give me a second. I might be able to fix this. Nope, apparently not. I thought I had a resource pack thing for it, but I forgot I deleted them. That was kind of stupid of me, but let's not aggro these guys. I just want to kind of have a look around here, and oh, I had the plan. I was going to eventually... Actually, no, we can still do it. We can still do it. Good. So the portal's here. I think the portal's in a static place nowadays, isn't it? Where it's always directly up from the like in a straight line from the obsidian thing. I don't even know where the obsidian platforms disappeared to. But either way, funny thing there, I just looked at Enderman and I was like, oh, surprise, Enderman, I don't see those a lot. Oh, I just really don't trust myself. I really hope I don't get hit off. But okay, we'll have to find that some other time. But, oh, Milan's joined. He can see me get my achievements, because I'm great at this. I will say hi when I've got this Enderman. Hey! Right then, so I want to quickly build a thingy-majiggy, which is, so we're going to get like 9 blocks of ender, or 11 actually. It's not even blocks of ender, it's ender stone or end stone. We're going to basically build 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to build a 3x3 area up here. And then get rid of this. And what we should be able to basically do now is stare at these Endermen. They're going to aggro us. And they won't be able to attack us. So I think Optifine actually makes it easier with this. Like, we can just stare at these guys. They're going to get aggroed. And we can just... you know, use this. We have our, we're going to use our smite sword for the moment because it doesn't have fire aspect. If we use fire aspect, especially with the swiping, they're all going to get on fire. They're just going to get very annoyed and, what's the word? Just teleport around a lot, I guess, is the best way of describing it. I want to put these in our inventory. I want to see how many we're getting. So these guys are gonna... I'm just gonna go against these guys, and then once these guys are done, I need to set up a beacon. I might also... was thinking about doing an Enderman farm, but at the same time, I'm not so particularly happy about potentially dying in the end, so... I'll just see. I might have to wear a pumpkin for that entire thing and see if that helps us building it, if we do build it. But I'm also a bit worried about the dragon then, because you can now... bring the dragon back, obviously, and that has the potential to quite easily destroy stuff we built, if it comes to it. Come on. Last one. There we go. We now have 40 of these. So I'm going to leave that there for anybody that wants it. I'm going to just also place these 2 back quickly. And let's go into the not end. There we go. We've seen this all a million times before, so let's get out of here. We have left the end. Now, if we want to, we can go do the beginning. I think that's beginning to sound like a good idea. Get it? You may be thinking, oh, you've already got the 20 beacons for spawn. Why do you need to be doing this more? I've even got, you know, 3 beacons in the nether. I've got 6 extra nether stars at the back at my biome. Why do I need more of these? Because, one, of course I do. Second off, I'm preferably going to have a strength beacon and haste and regen and resistance and stuff up here at some point as well. So, you know, we'll need them eventually. So they're going to be here. Then we've also got to do our biome, which is another 20. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on there. But for now, we're going to get our third achievement, and then we are going to get our 4th after this. But this will be so much quicker with a strength beacon. I also got hit. I don't normally get hit by this guy. Peculiar. There we go. That's fine. Now I need to eat, because otherwise I'm going to die. We got another star. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now, time to get out of here. And, the hell was that sound? I don't think the world is happy with me. Sounded like a thunderstorm, but in the nether? So, I don't think that's a thing. Either way, I'm going to go back to the biome now, and we'll get on to our next thing. Right then, so we're back now. We just need to return this one nether star to the other 6. So we now have 7. Let's put it with our 9 beacons. The reason there are 9 there instead of 10 is because I had to use 1 for that haste beacon. So that's why I also needed another one in theory. So now I have technically 6 spare. But some of those need to go here. Some of them need to go in this biome. I'm needing a lot of beacons, and also in turn need a lot of emeralds, which I don't have many of left, and a lot of, you know, iron, which again, not too much of, but triple iron farm. Hopefully just have to AFK for a bit. But that's actually going to be it for this episode. A bit shorter than the last 2, because those just lasted a very long time. I don't know how I did it. But I'm also going to be thinking about this whole thing. Going to be working on the logistics of the Eye of Sauron or Eye of Ender thing up there. I don't know if it will be an Eye of Ender or an Ender Pearl. Ender Pearl is probably easier because it's kind of one more solid color. Except kind of that glint. And I'll probably still have an eye, like a slit of an eye in it anyway. Just because, you know, then you kind of get the Eye of Sauron vibe from it. But I'll need to work on that idea. I'll also work on the, like, where I'm going to have it specifically here, how big the room's going to have to be, what the room's going to look like, and all those other things. But for now, it's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I had to go get some more gold, because I still need 5,700 and a ton of ink sacks, so we can make that slime farm a reality. But as I said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.